officer said with irritation. "You will need to inspect critical systems for damage, starting with the main weapons." "Of course I will," the engineer groaned. First, though, he was going to have a little chat with some asshole down on the planet. Except, no he wasn't, because the damned comm system was down. What else could go wrong? The chief engineer had no way of knowing that the comms...
Watch out. Vehicle on short ahead.
Oh, fuck.
Knowing that the comm system itself was in perfect working order. The problem was that the entire base was encased in a powerful stealth field, which bounced back all outgoing signals and caused incoming signals to wrap around and be absorbed by the field. While the crew of the moon base worried about the effect of the power surge coming from the planet, sensors on the planet and both orbiting battle stations had also noticed a power spike coming from the moon base, and all three facilities contacted the moon base to find out what was going on. The circuit failures that had thrown Colonel Smythe's careful plan out the window provided a convenient explanation, an explanation that was almost too convenient. The problem was that Skippy thought using the circuit failures was way too obvious and boring and dull, and he could come up with a way more entertaining and clever explanation that would finally show that smug jerk-faced Joe Bishop that monkeys are not the only beings in the galaxy able to dream up clever ideas.
Okay.
Thus, the reply from the moon base was delayed for an amount of time barely noticed by the meat-sack Bosphorok, but long enough to cause alarm in the AIs running the planetary base and the two battle stations. The delay was caused by Skippy arguing with that killjoy pain-in-the-ass Nagatha about whether he should just get on with it and explain the power spike by using the circuit failures, or the original excuse of a reactor problem, or anything, so long as the beer can got his figurative ass in gear right now before his insufferable arrogance doomed the whole operation. The argument raged for nearly 2 nanoseconds before the smartest being in the galaxy huffed that, after all, he had better things to do than argue with an overgrown communications submind that he created. A reply was sent from the moon base, with none of the three recipients aware they were talking with a beer can aboard a pirate ship hiding behind the moon. One of the battle station AIs, who was not convinced that cascading circuit failures could cause a power spike of the type detected, prodded the station commander to investigate the incident, and the station commander announced she was sending a dropship over to the moon. Rather than being insulted, the moon base duty officer replied they actually would appreciate help diagnosing the problem. So could the station include an engineering team aboard the dropship? Skippy did not bother informing anyone on the star team that a dropship would be coming to the moon, figuring the operation would be over one way or another by the time the dropship was ready for launch. If not, one puny dropship would not make a difference anyway. Right? The garage bay was pumped full of air again, which made Lauren Poole wonder if having the air filtered made any difference to the pungent smell of any place occupied by the Bosphorok. That stray thought flashed fleetingly through her mind as she watched the inner pressure door open, and 3 Bosphorok technicians stroll out, their seemingly backward bent legs making them awkward to her view.
Fuck.
To her view. On my signal, she took a calming breath. 3, 2, 1. The chief engineer's most frequent complaint was that he was too often left out of the loop, or informed too late after everyone else already was aware of a problem. One technician had made a habit of delaying reports about problems because he was always sure he could fix the issue before it needed to be brought to the chief engineer's attention. After the 3rd time, the chief engineer heard about an issue through the base commander asking when the...
Call Kathy.
Got it. Calling Kathy Fisher.
Hello?
Drastic change of plans. I'm coming.